Well, from one star to the next, our next guest needs absolutely no introduction, but I will give it to you anyway. He's the learner husband himself, and just last year he added Jackie Jardine to his title too, as he made his first feature film debut. Ladies and gentlemen, none other than Stuart Taylor is back in the house. He's back with his brand new show called Funny You Should Say That. Good morning, good sir.
Good morning,
How are you?
Katlego. I'm very well, thanks. How are you?
Very, very well. The year started off on an amazing note, and why are you laughing? It has. It really has.
No, it has started
Are you
an amazing
acknowledging
note.
that? Are you
I'm
acknowledging
acknowledging it. I'm acknowledging that it's amazing life.
Yeah.
Everything is brilliant.
Funny you should say that. I was trying to figure out, should you go, funny, you should say that, or funny, you should say that, because there's a comma.
There is a comma.
After funny.
Well spotted. You're probably the second person to spot the comma. So the show is actually called Funny. You should say that.
Yeah,
because
okay.
that is what comics say to each other. They don't laugh for your jokes, they just go, it's funny.
You should say that. You should say that. So how many times has somebody said that to you for you to actually say, okay, well, all the gags, you know how they go, if I had a rant for every time somebody said, funny, you should say that, I'd be a millionaire.
I've been doing this for a long time. Do you know that on Monday was my anniversary?
Of how long?
Of the first time I got up on stage, right, without any magic. Because, you know, I used to do magic before the comedy. Like, I used to do card tricks and all sorts of stuff.
Did you do that?
Magic tricks.
Yeah.
So that was before that life. Before that life, or before this life, I did that. 18 years ago.
Oh, 18 years later. That's worth celebrating. That's worth celebrating.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Year 2000, 16th of January on the year 2000, I got up on stage. No card tricks, no magic, no nothing.
Yeah.
And just did the jokes.
And this show now is 3 years after your last...
Yes, my last one-man show, yeah.
Your last one-man show.
So,
is that like normal length of time for between shows, or is it like one of those long overdue things?
It feels like it's long overdue. It feels like I haven't done anything on my own, and also I haven't toured with a one-man show. Yeah. Sometimes you write and you let that show tour maybe for a year or two until it's reached the end of its tether. Unless it's learner husband, then you just tour for like 7 years consecutively.
It just carries on.
Just kept going.
As long as you're still married, that's okay.
Yes, exactly. In fact, I'll bring it back next year. I'll be like, it's the 10th anniversary.
And you're working with Rob van Vieren, who's absolutely hilarious. I can just imagine the two of you together must be dynamite. What's it like working with Rob van Vieren on this train? What can people expect?
Well, Rob adds a very, very interesting dynamic. I mean, I've always liked working with a theatre director, someone with a theatre background, because they give you a narrative. And that's, I think, been the hallmark of the shows I've done, is there's always some kind of through line.
Yeah.
With Rob, though, he's a comic, so he's like, yeah, through line, we'll create a through line, but is it funny? How do you make it funnier?
Yes.
Whereas theatre directors tend to go, oh no, let's go for the theatrical hooks. Rob is like, let's go for the gags. Every gag's going to be a 9 and 10. The show is tight. I've got so much to say. Like, literally,
what's the funniest thing that Rob has told you to do or say on the show?
Well, Rob's a very physical comic, and I'm not particularly physical. So it's funny when he gives you the notes about, oh, you know, it'd be great, Stu, if when you do that, just maybe drop down on all fours. Just drop down and just try it like that. Just try on all fours, and just do the line like that. Then I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to stand and do that, if you don't mind. I think it's going to be as funny if I stand.
Brilliant stuff, man. I think the combination of the two of you is going to be absolutely amazing. The show starts next Monday.
On Monday it starts. It's at the Baxter Theatre. The bookings are through CompuTicket, which I have to say often, CompuTicket.
As many times as possible. One more time?
CompuTicket. No, I have to, because the Baxters moved to a different ticketing system.
Oh, there we go.
And mine is the only show that's still on CompuTicket. So
now you know. Listen, we'll chat to you a bit later on again. Get those tickets, 22nd of January until the 3rd of Feb. CompuTicket at the Baxter. Funny, you should say that. It's my feel-good breakfast show. All right, we're still hanging out with Stuart Taylor in the house. Of course, remember to catch his show at the Baxter Theatre from the 22nd of January until the 3rd of February. It's called Funny. You should say that. And of course, the man's been, you've been so busy.
I've been very busy.
You work on so many things.
That's why I don't have time to polish up my hula hoop skills.
Well, you know, we respect you for that. We respect you for that, because that's what we prefer you for. But you've been working with the likes of Dale and Oliver. You directed his show. You did the feature film as well. There was, Big Five was with Dale. But tell me about who do you enjoy working with the most? Because, I mean, there's so many different people, right?
It's all different. You know, the nature of the thing is that I get to wear many different hats depending on the projects that I'm involved in. So with the Big Five comedy show, I get to be a performer, but also a producer. So that's kind of cool, because on the one hand you get to hang out with the guys backstage and have fun, but then the next moment you got to kind of crack the whip and go, that was too long, eh?
Yeah.
Too long.
You know what time restrictions we have
exactly.
right now.
So it's, I mean, you put on different hats. It's very difficult to say who you have the most fun with. I mean, it's always great hanging out with a bunch of comics.
Yeah. So why then the decision to bring up your own show, well, the latest one now? Because I mean, you do have a lot on your plate, man. And there's still a family life as well that you've got to handle.
But you know what? The Big Five comedy show happens in the second half of this year. That comes back with a brand new lineup. So I'm very excited about that. But it did leave the first half, and I'm going to travel in and out of SA. But I really felt there's so much to say, Katlego.
Yeah.
Yo, comedians, we need to be saying things right now. So that's why I thought, no. It's long overdue. I've got to do my one-man show.
With the previous success of shows like Learner Husband and Money's Too Tight to Mention, do you feel like there's a bit of a theme, thread that you're working along with that's going to lead to the next one and to do a bigger and better show from there?
You know what? I just kind of, you got to stay true to where you are in the moment. I mean, you can kind of engineer that, but I think it often comes across as very fake if you're engineering. I like to work in a very organic way and just go, where am I now? What am I experiencing now? And my views on the world today are honestly very different to when I started writing the show. It's been like quite a soul-searching thing. I started with a very specific idea. I want to tell South Africa this. This is the way we're going to move forward. To a point right now, a year later, where I'm like, nah, you know what? My job's not to preach. My job is to make you laugh, man.
Okay, wait, then let me reflect a little bit on that then. So what are some of the most important views that shape your mindset, whether it is in real life, whether it's on stage, whatever it is that you do, that you base your work on right now? What are some of those views?
Well, ultimately, it's about positivity. It's about gratitude. I mean, I live in an amazing space. Just if you take the essence of what comedians do, we make people laugh. What could be better than that? You make people laugh. What a job.
It could be a quite tough job as well.
It can be a tough job, but just consider that. Like, you spread positivity.
Yeah.
What? Come on now.
No,
what I can do is I can go, okay, I'm going to make a political point. I'm going to take this specific stance. Nah, actually, you know what? It's so much more important in this current climate where everyone's got an opinion and everything is divisive. If I can just make all of you laugh, then maybe in that moment, subconsciously you go, wow, we can actually do something together, huh?
And maybe a potential presidential run there, I must say.
Yes, we can.
Your big plans for 2018?
So, as I said, this one-man show, funny you should say that, in Cape Town now, only for 2 weeks. Then I'm going to kind of tour it at a couple of different venues across SA. We're busy locking those down. And then big project in the second half of the year, of course, is the Big Five comedy show coming back from July, August, September, October, Cape Town, Joburg, Durban. PE.
Excellent.
That's going to be fun.
Always a pleasure, sir. Thank you so much. Check out the show. It is at the Baxter. The details are on your screen right now. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. It's my feel-good breakfast show. Well, Stuart Taylor is still with us, and since he's spending the whole morning with us, we've put him through a whole bunch of things. But we decided we need to just take a moment to get to know him a little bit better, get to know the man behind the comedy. And we're going to do that in a fun little game. Incorporating the name of your show. Funny, you should say that. And we've also done some digging to find some interesting things. So what we're going to do is I'm going to read you a statement. You need to reply yes or no, right? And then you'll be offered an opportunity to then explain yourself at the end. Is that clear to you, Stuart Taylor?
It's very clear to me.
Are you nervous?
I'm completely nervous.
And so you should be. All right, here we go. Stuart Taylor, first up, would you say you like Father Christmas? Do you like Father Christmas? Is that yes or no? No,
I do, yes.
He says yes. All right, hold on. Funny you should say that. Take a look at this. Please explain that.
Please explain that. That is me at a mall in the 80s with the dude who really wasn't great at maintaining character, I would say. That's like on the 24th of December. You know, if you've been Father Christmas for 10 days already, at this point you're just like,
Is that Goku on your shirt? Who is that?
No,
what is
Goku.
He-Man?
How young are you?
He-Man?
That is not He-Man. That is Thundercats, my man. That is Lion-O. That is Lion-O of Thundercats.
All right, no, you're teaching
different
me.
generation.
That's why you're a learner, Dad. So, would you say you enjoy getting your makeup done? Do you like getting your makeup done, Stuart Taylor?
I have to when I'm on television. But
is that a yes or a no?
Yes.
Here's the evidence we dug up. Because you like taking selfies even when you know?
Maybe I'm doing a video there, Kat. Maybe I'm saying, hey, look at them putting some polyfiller on my face so I can get rid of the cracks.
You make the most of every moment. Patching up the old face. Do you spend most of your time at work or at play during a year?
I work a lot. Kat.
Really?
I work a lot.
Because we found evidence in the contrary, Stuart Taylor. Those are your feet.
Those are my feet.
With a swimming pool and a mountain. We found something else. Oh, there's your feet inside a pool, Stuart Taylor. We found something else too. That's your feet in the sand.
Clearly,
Is that what you call work?
Listen, when you're a comedian, you have to contemplate life. And I find the best way to do that is with bare feet.
That's a great explanation. All right, I'm buying that one. And finally, Stuart Taylor.
Can I just say that this beach, by the way, is 20 minutes outside of Cape Town.
Yeah.
And this was in the heart of summer. It was 30-odd degrees. We were 4 people on the beach. Myself, my wife, my 2 kids, and 5 lifeguards.
Where's this?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, come on. Anyway,
it's a blue flag beach with no one on it.
What we want to know, last but not least, would you ever use your children, your very own children, for commercial gain, Stuart Taylor?
Never.
I would never. Well, we found something to the contrary. Look at this, Stuart Taylor.
That is...
Tell people to come to my show. Tell people to come to my show.
Even closed the door on you, buddy.
Cold.
Please explain that. You were telling your son, tell people to come to my show.
Tell people to
what
come to my
happened
show.
there?
You know what? I was making all sorts of videos with a bunch of comics. I was like, because I just stopped them randomly and go, so my show's happening at the Baxter, tell them what it's about. And I'd spent the day doing that. And then when I got home, I was like, yo, Andy, might as well do it with you. And Andy hadn't eaten, so he was hangry at the moment.
It pays for the bread that you're trying to get right now.
Come on, boy. Tell me about the show.
Steve, thanks so much for joining us, man. We're wishing you all of the best for 2018 and good luck with the show. You can check it out at the Baxter Theatre from the 22nd of January until the 3rd of February. It's called Funny. You should say that.